Did you miss me? Well, I'm sorry for the delay. I didn't even notice that I hadn't finished the summary of my time abroad, and this one will be relatively quick because the other videos also addressed what life was like on the ship. I think the reason why this was difficult initially was that I'm stuck between not wanting to exaggerate how difficult it was and not wanting to undersell how difficult it was. In retrospect, a lot of the difficulty came from my own failure to keep spiritual disciplines and not having a consistent community. Yes, I was on the ship for a long time, but most other people were not. People came and went, and even if they stayed, it was not easy to form a more in-depth relationship, or even a more shallow relationship that was still supportive. Papua New Guineans are a bit reserved, though you can't always tell right away. What I mean is, they're very eager to interact, but not necessarily eager to make friends. Part of the other reason why I was having difficulty creating this first draft was that there were some events that needed to be treated sensitively, and especially now that I know that I'll be serving with YOM again, I think it's important that I keep that under my hat. To make sure that there's no misunderstanding, I'll go ahead and say that it was not due to the YWAM leadership. It was drama among the professional sailors. As for my time, I found that as long as I could maintain a routine of physical training, it was much easier to maintain spiritual disciplines, and it was once my schedule was more disrupted by being put into an administrative position that things became difficult. Working maintenance, grinding rust, doing night watch were all relatively innocuous. However, under the stress of trying to get people to do their work, being in charge of things that were more visible, such as room prep, and things that were vital, like kitchen, put me under a lot of stress for those last 5 months. It was during that time that I made my decision to return to Madang and try to make a trip to the Highlands before my commitment was up. I set the date of October 30th, and after some delays in the airport, I did fly out and make it to Madang a few days later. Not long after that, the ship actually sailed into Madang, having been repaired and gone through part of the sea trials while I was still on it. After about a month in Madang, tending to the base, going on outreaches like my previous time, I joined some people who were on their way up to the Highlands because they had family there. And from there I joined the Mount Hagen base for my last month, December, where I had Christmas, and during that time I focused on drawing closer to God and taking a time to rest. And during that time I also did plenty of maintenance projects, smaller ones such as fixing some computers and setting paving stones. From there I left. I flew out to Japan. I went through England and Dublin on my way back, and unbeknownst to me, God was sowing the seeds of my next outreach. And so I've been back for the last few months. And I've enjoyed my time back, and initially I thought that I was staying back long term. And if you want to see more of what I'm going to be doing, then go ahead and subscribe and pay attention to your email inbox, and I'm sure you'll hear more from me soon.